So, quick, quick update on my one night van life experience in a car park. So, earlier on, some knobheads had pulled up a couple of spaces down, and I could hear I've got all my blinds, the curtains are all closed and stuff. I've been out, I've done a full round of the van to make sure that no one can see him, and believe it or not, no one can see in that spot there. So I was just chilling out. I was just like, whatever, youngins having a bit of fun. I did the same thing in car parks, in fast cars. At their age, it was the late 80s, early 90s, until someone knocked on the door, like bang, 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 and then the car sped off, and I was out there, and I was, look, I don't have fear. I don't feel fear. No fear. And you have to use what's kind of available to you in any situation, and you'd be surprised at how fast you can adjust in a split second. But anyway, I got out there, and they'd sped off. They'd gone, just cowards. They're just playing. It's like us when we did Knock a Door Run when we were kids. Knocking on a door and running off. We just entertained ourselves. That's all they're doing, But then it got more interesting because I've had this kind of like this annoyance of pikeys, because I'll get to the point in a minute. My experience of pikeys. I better turn this down because I don't even know if this is going to give me some sort of copyright shit. It's having a film on. It is a minefield. It's bonkers. So, in the past, I've known elderly neighbours that have been where pikeys have turned up, and or travellers, or whatever you want to call them. I do think there are pikeys and there are travellers. And then there are travellers that don't travel. Again, another one that's... Anyway, let's try and get back to the point. So I heard a car outside, just outside, literally kind of, a few meters away. And they were papping the horn. And I was thinking more twats, more young twats being twats. And, I'll deal with that. And so I've got no way of keeping the dogs in. So it was very difficult to try and keep them back and out the way because they wanted to get out. So I managed to keep them back, and I poked my head around, and there were two pikey women, right, in a car, just chatting. They just thought I was a van lifer, and because they relate to that, because that's the way that they've lived. Perhaps not now in a lot of cases, but that's the way that they've lived, on the road, literally on the move all the time, and they love van lifers. Travellers love van lifers because there's not that much of a difference. There isn't. It's just that van lifers tend to be there's more solitude, whereas travellers, they travel as a community. And yeah, it was a proper beautiful interaction, and I just thought I'd share it with you. So ciao for now.